Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Energized Smelter, as well as the 3 different types of smelting factories. Find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like, but most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so we will start with the Energized Smelter, and for that it's going to be 4 redstone, 2 glass, a steel casing, and 2 basic control circuits. Basic control circuits, as well as several of the components we're going to look at today, are made using the metallurgic infuser. Familiar with that machine, I will link a tutorial to it down in the description of this video as well. Next we have the basic smelting factory. Has a lot of the same type of components. 4 redstone, 2 basic control circuits, 2 iron ingots, and an energized smelter. That's the machine we just made a moment ago. For the advanced smelting factory, it's going to be 4 enriched alloy, again are made in the metallurgic infuser, 2 advanced control circuits, also made, 2 osmium ingots, and the basic smelting factory that we just learned to make a moment ago. Last one is the Elite Smelting Factory. It's 2 gold ingots, 4 reinforced alloy, and 2 Elite control circuits. Both of those components are made in the metallurgic infuser as well. So let's take a look at these machines. Here we have them all set up. I'm powering these all right now through a battery. You can use any type of RF source that you'd like. An energized smelter is pretty much the same as a furnace, except much faster, especially with the different upgrades. We're going to look at a couple of those. Let's grab ourselves some materials to start with. We go over here, just as an example, we're going to throw some wood in there. So instead of having to use something to run your furnace, like coal or something of that nature, it's just going to use energy, RF signal, to convert the items and cook them the same way that you'd find them in a furnace. Why this is better is here in the upgrade section, you can add speed and power utility upgrades or modifiers, which will let this go faster and use less power to work. Now, like many of the machines that are inside the mechanism, there's going to be a couple different configurations. The side configuration, which again is going to show you which items are coming in or out from power, physical items that you may be using. Set this up as an automated system. And if you're unfamiliar with how to use the configuration, I will link a tutorial specifically for that down in the description of this video as well. We have the transporter configuration, works much the same way. You add your upgrades, and this is where you can lock it so that only you can use it on a public server. Saying that how much RF it needs, how much it's receiving, and down here you can change it from needing a redstone signal or not. Disabled, it's just going to run all the time as long as power. Okay, so that's our energized smelters. Much like a regular furnace, it does the same thing, except you can do it a lot faster. Next, we're going to look at the basic smelting factory. Now, with the same concept as what we just saw, except now it can do 3 different things at once. Same things, logs in there, or I could do different things. Those logs and stick a potato in there. These logs, put some steel blend in there. It will cook up 3 different items at the same time. Many of the side configurations are the same. Side configuration in order to get in. Transporter configuration. Auto sort. Auto sort's different. Auto sort does, you put in a stack, it's going to start cooking. You hit auto sort, it will divide those stacks evenly across all 3 in order to give you the most economic and fastest use possible. Now, if you have one of these empty, I'll get here, put potatoes in here. Now, as you load it up, it's going to divide it over the 3 again. That's what we had set up there. So you want to set that up separately. You can have configuration on or off. Off is good if you're using multiple different items. On if you're using all the same type of items across 3. Same option to do speed or power utility upgrades or modifiers in the upper right, and you can lock it again. This little section here is really not something you're going to use very much. It's set for changing the factory's function. To be honest, I have never found a reason to use that, and it's not covered under most tutorials because it's really not that useful. But again, this allows you to speed up pretty much the same concept as we were doing with the Energized Smelter, except now you can do 3 at once. If we go to the Advanced Smelting Factory, it's the exact same thing, but now you can do 5 at once. And if you go to the Elite Factory, it's the same thing, except now you can do 9 at once. So each level up just allows you to smelt or cook items more at a time, as well as faster than your traditional furnace. One box I didn't address, but I want to go over as well, is this block up here. You see this little tiny power symbol up here. If you want to, and you don't want to have it running to an automated power source, you can put like a battery or something in there, and it will use that power to run your machine just as well as if it was connected to a regular power source. So take this with a battery and set it up somewhere without having to connect it to your normal reactors or generators. It will run off the battery until the battery runs out of power. All 3 of the Basic, Advanced, and Elite all have that option right here. Okay, so this can be really, really helpful, especially if you're trying to automate a lot of different processes, or you want a large amount of the same item cooked or smelted at one time. And I can keep messing with it. It's a great way you can set up with a lot of automation options, especially once you get up to the Elite. You can drastically, in one single block, produce a large amount of materials at one time. So I'd be very interested to see how you set this up, what type of automations you can build. All right. So that's going to do us for this tutorial. And I think this is something that a lot of people will find useful. Mechanism has a lot of machines that, once you figure out how the configurations work, become very useful and very easy to use. It's just kind of getting that practice under your belt to regular configuration. The last thing that I'm going to mention is whenever you're using any type of mechanism machine and you want that to automate into, say, a chest or storage of some kind, you have to make sure that the eject function is on. Eject is not on. If it's set to off, then it will not eject whatever it's producing into another storage device or any type of cable or anything of that nature. So if you're automating this, be sure that your eject is on. That is going to do us for this tutorial. If you have any questions about it or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put those down in the comments, and I'll do my very best to get back with you as soon as I possibly can, as well as if you have any recommendations or suggestions for other tutorials that you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, Onlydraven.com, and there at the bottom of the homepage, you'll find a place where you can submit questions, feedbacks, or recommendations via email. At the top of that page, you'll find a spot where you can join up with the OnlydravenGaming Discord channel. We'd love to have you. It's open to everyone. You'll also find a lot of great resources, such as my social media accounts. I recommend following me at Onlydraven on Twitter. You'll also find my streaming schedule, link to all my tutorials and videos, and a lot of other great resources such as the ODG store, where you can find some really cool OnlydravenGaming merchandise. That is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.